Hello everyone, welcome to Chaudhary Data World channel. Today I am here with a new series of video, that is SQL. In this particular series we will be watching from beginner to advanced level what all concepts are there into the SQL and how to do hands-on practice on SQL. All these things we'll be watching in this particular series. So today is the first video from that series based on categories and subset of SQL. So we'll be watching what all categories are available into the SQL and what are its overview functionality of those categories we'll be watching in this particular video. So let's get started with the video. So this categories or subset of SQL, why I've chosen this particular topic as the very first topic, since SQL is a structured query language, and this structured query language having multiple operations into it. Now these all the operations in structured query language is divided into basically 5 parts. Those 5 parts are DDL, DML, DQL, DCL and TCL. So this might sound a little bit of very techy, but when we go deep inside it, you will find that it's very simple. It's only the categorization of the operations or the commands whatever available into the query language with which we will be playing around further in whole of the series. So first one and very first one is the DDL. This DDL is nothing but the data definition language. Whatever data definition language is, that means whatever commands related to data definition language are there, it is coming under the DDL. That means it manages and structure, means whatever structure of the database we are having, that structure is managed with this DDL command. That means creating the table, dropping the table, altering the table, truncating the table. All these things comes under the management of the structure of database. So all these commands have been put into DDL category. After that, we are having second one is the DML. DML is the data manipulation category, in which what we do, manipulate the data with database. Whatever commands are there, those are insert, update, delete, call and lock. These commands are responsible to manipulate data into the database or the table. After that, the next one we are having is DQL, which is a data query language into which there is nothing but, since whole of this SQL is for the purpose of querying the database, right? So that querying of database is responsible for with having only one command, that is select. Select is only one command which is responsible to query whole of the database or the tables. So this there only one command it is over here, which is select, which retrieves the data or queries the data. After that we are having next one, that is data control language, DCL, which is basically for controlling or granting the access, managing the access related to tables. Suppose you are having some table into the database. Now this table should have some restrictions over it, correct? That who can grant this particular, who can access this particular table, and what all access you may say related whatever we are having functionality, we can handle it through this DCL category. In this DCL category we are having commands like grant, revoke and deny. After that, the last one we are having is the transactional control language. Into this particular category we are having the operations related to the transaction. Now the question comes that what is even transaction? So the set of whatever we are having works, or you may say the logical unit of work, that means whatever query you will be writing, that query will be written in a whole chunk, right? This chunk or the unit of this work, it is only called as transaction, which will be combination of various commands into it. Various command like whole of chunk may contain the updation of some particular table, then some querying of some particular table. All these when getting comprised of one particular chunk, this is called as whole transaction. That means it is a logical unit of the work which ensures data integrity. This is this transaction is basically there for your data integrity, that there should not be any shortfall into your data. only means whatever you are having the data operation going on, that should proceed either whole, or it should not proceed in with any of the operation. So it has having the principle of all or nothing. That means whatever commands you have passed into that particular chunk of code, or you may say chunk of query, that query should either go till the end, or it should not execute a bit also. So that only called as all or nothing principle. Now this transactional control category, it is there mainly for handling the transaction or the query whatever we are firing into our database. Those category is having generally the commands like commit, save point, rollback, set transaction, set constant. So this was today the overview video in which I have covered up what all categories are there into the structured query language, and in that categories what all commands are related to that categories we have watched in this particular video. Now in detail I will be covering up each of these categories in separate video, where I will be explaining you. Suppose DDL is there, so I will be explaining you all these create, drop, alter and truncate into one particular video. Like this it will go in separate videos. So stay tuned to the channel for upcoming videos. Thank you so much guys for watching the videos. If you found this video helpful and informative, kindly like to the video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much guys. See you in the next one.